Unit 6, Reflective Journal. What is documentary? It consists of an official document where you are using pictures or interviews with people involved in real events to provide a factual report on a particular subject. There are different types of documentary. The first type of documentary is expository, where there are voiceovers that addresses to the audience directly, attempts to persuade the audience of particular point of view, often by appealing to logic. Observational. Location shooting, handheld cameras, long takes dominant. There's no voiceovers and no interviews. Participatory. Documentary maker and crew interact with the subject. Interviews dominate but tend to be formal. Voiceover, usually by the documentary maker. Reflective. Borrows techniques from fiction, film, for an emotional. And the last one is performative, where the documentary maker and crew interacts with the subject, and the documentary maker comments on the process of making the documentary. My group and I decided to talk about diversity of culture to make our documentary, to get to know the different traditions that there are in London from all around the world. We did interviews to a few of our colleagues from college, and on a Wednesday, which was raining so much, we decided to record in Chinatown, one of the most tourist areas in London, and we tried the typical drink that is very common between young Asian people, which is bubble tea. We loved the taste, we enjoyed it. We also went to supermarkets to take pictures of the very popular supermarkets of what Chinese, Korean, Japanese people eat. And that was basically what we did in Chinatown. There were also other days where I went with Noria to eat Italian food, to try what they eat. We also ate Greek food, which was very nice as well. Each member of the group had different roles for the made of the documentary. Some of us were in charge of filming the culture areas and different kind of food. Corey, Zamzam and Anisa were in charge of the interviews, which was done in the studio of the college. It was on a Tuesday evening, and each one of us was responsible of doing something related to the production folder. In my case, I had to do the production schedule, the location schedule, and the budget form. What we used for the documentary filming was basically for the interviews that we did in the studio was with a Canon camera, which is owned by Corey. And on the days that we went to record, we couldn't take the camera, basically because of the weather, so we decided to use our phones, iPhone 8, iPhone X and iPhone 6. What I would have liked to improve in my documentary, maybe it would have been like not only doing interviews to people from college, but also going like outside London, because that was the main focus, like the main thing that we wanted to do, because it was diversity in London, like walking around London and maybe asking someone, but we're too shy to do that yet, and maybe of asking permission, like more complicated things, because it was easier to do it in college and just ask our colleagues, that even though they're from different countries, so it worked out really well. And maybe for next time be able to do a more professional documentary. Of course, this was our first time doing a documentary, so it wasn't going to look exactly the same as other documentaries, but we tried our best. But maybe for next time, make it more professional, more longer, and forget about being shy and ask other people.